भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया।
नित्यं भागवत सेवया।
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
Wish you all a blissful 75th Vyasa Puja Mahamotsav of Srila Guru Maharaj. Srila Guru Maharaj Mahamotsav ki jai.
जय।
Shanta Gopi. So today we are celebrating Guru Maharaj Vyasa Puja, and we are going to give our offerings on this auspicious occasion. One by one. How? Huh? ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा धामधाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः। हरे गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदनम। मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्यम ईश्वरम। हरि ओम तत्सत। So all of you must have got the message of Guru Maharaj just to where he is at this time, and for a few more weeks he will remain in Delhi. Is they're celebrating Vyasa Puja today in Noida Temple in Delhi, and so this costless, merciful personality has come to deliver the fallen conditioned souls like us, and tirelessly he is engaged in the pure, unalloyed, loving devotional service spontaneously, being very close with Srila Prabhupada by virtue of the devotional services that he is performing, is also giving the same thing to others, empowering his disciples, well-wishers, and everybody in engaging in the pure unalloyed direct devotional service to Krishna. So this is quite amazing to witness because such a personalities did not exist, and the world has not witnessed persons like him. So this is very auspicious day today. The most auspicious day of our life is the Vyasa Puja. So we call Guru Puja as Vyasa Puja, and on the day of Vyasa Puja, every aspiring disciple or sheltered disciple or initiated disciple is supposed to glorify this that Guru, because Guru, Vyasa Puja it is called because Guru represents Vyasadev, and the Guru Puja is known as Vyasa Puja. On this occasion, we must celebrate the wonderful appearance day. This is called avatar, not like us conditioned soul taking birth and death. He is beyond birth and death, old age and disease. He is avatar, Sakti Avesha avatar. So one of the empowered personality of Godhead. He represents God. He represents the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For we cannot see God in our conditioned state. So he comes and teaches how to see God, how to serve him, how to become obedient to God. In that way, how to remain eternally happy. So this secret he came to teach us and claim us from the fallen conditioned state into a liberated spontaneous devotion service platform on the eternity, blissful and happiness. So this is not an ordinary, and this is never done by anybody. This is only done by the Acharya Parampara, Evam Parampara Praptam. So he comes in the unbroken chain of disciplic succession, and he is also Srila Prabhupada, who is his guru, our grandfather, spiritual master. He told that our Guru Maharaj is an associate of Lord Chaitanya, which means 500 years ago when Lord Chaitanya appeared here, at that time he also was with him. Any Lord Chaitanya's associates are eternal associates, not just one time. And he is eternally associated with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has descended again out of his causeless mercy to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. And he is tirelessly serving Srila Prabhupada in the movement in delivering the fallen conditioned souls by propagating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories and the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu unlimitedly in all directions, traveling to different places, taking the sins of the disciples and sins of others who are inclined to become Krishna consciousness on his own body, and his body is deteriorated, but he tolerates everything by giving chance to the souls so that the soul can become Krishna conscious. So that is the only objective of his coming here. So this is a very wonderful, auspicious moment, and we all should glorify our Guru according to our capacity. So each one of you, we are supposed to write an offering on this auspicious day and submit to Guru. And please let us start one by one. So where will we start, Deepshika?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ओम ज्ञानं तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नमिने नमो आचार्यपदाय तैकप्रपदाय गौडकतदामदा नगरग्रामोत्तमिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नमिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातदसतरिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear most Guru Maharaj, please accept my loving, respectful obeisances unto your divine lotus feet. I heard about Guru Maharaj from ma'am when I went to Mayapur first time as a group. That time she was training us. It was in the month of April or March 2017. At that time, he was not there in Mayapur. Then on Facebook, I came across a post that one devotee has had his liver and kidney transplantation done. And after surgery, when he came to consciousness, he told Jai Jagannath. The first word he told about is Jai Jagannath. I did not know that time that he was the Guru Maharaj which ma'am was talking about us in the Mayapur. I remember this telling to my dad as well. We met Guru Maharaj in the month of March 7th, it was 2019 in Swiss Hotel. Me and Preeti, we came from night shift. We dressed up very nicely and we went to meet him. At that time, I was not chanting continuously, like consistently. I was not maintaining my 16 rounds. We met Guru Maharaj in his room. He was about to leave the hotel. He asked our names and he told the meaning of our names. And he was very happy to hear that we were chanting 16 rounds, though it was not consistent. But from that day onwards, I promised myself that never in my life I'm going to miss my chanting, and I will continue to chant 16 rounds daily without fail. And on the day when he was about to leave, he took a lift in his way and he called both of us. We went to stand near him in the lift, and like those moments, like it was really unforgettable. I'm still cherishing those moments. Even when I say this, like I can just see whatever had happened that time. I can so just see right now in front of my eyes how nicely he called us, and we both were standing next to him and in the lift, and then we went down and he was looking at both of us. He was blessing us. So yeah, and the next very date we went to Mayapur, and he bestowed his unlimited mercy. He gave us shelter without even knowing me and Preeti. We were like, "What is shelter? What is shelter?" But we told, "Okay, okay, yes, we will take shelter." Then ma'am explained the meaning of what shelter actually is. I have lost my dad in the month of February 2019, and the next month, March, I got my eternal spiritual father. Guru Maharaj's compassion has no bounds. Like when my father passed away, my mother was in deep sorrow, and she came to meet Guru Maharaj on April 10th in Swiss Hotel. At that time, she was chanting 4 rounds. Guru Maharaj came to Swiss Hotel. The servants were escorting him to his room when ma'am informed Guru Maharaj that this is Dipshika's mother. Despite of all his hectic travel journey, he stopped his servant and gave my mother aspire. During Corona time also, when we used to have home visits, I have seen him how personally he will ask each and every devotees of their well-beings. In one Zoom call darshan, I remember I saw when Mataji recently gave birth and she was admitted in the hospital. Prabhuji was showing the baby, the newborn baby. Guru Maharaj asked him, "Hey, how is the mother doing?" Like just like a father, he takes care of each and everyone individually. Such an amazing personality. Like who will not get attracted to him? Like a father, he showers his disciples with unconditional love and care. Guru Maharaj is always reciprocated with us. And also, he comes to know what is going on in our minds. I remember me and Preeti discussing in CTS office, like, hey, we did not have any one photo with Guru Maharaj. We should have taken one selfie. And the very same day when we went back to hotel to meet Guru Maharaj himself is asking, can we have one photo? So, like, what is going in our mind, he understands very nicely. I remember our first Shantipur festival. We all went, like me, my family, Preeti's family. Ma'am sir was also there, and sir, ma'am was telling that Guru Maharaj will come and he will also give prasadam to every day, like first 10 devotees or something. We also had a desire that if we can also get khichdi from his hand. It was our first Shantipur festival, and we got, and like we were standing in a queue. Guru Maharaj servants only cut, hey you, come here, come here. And we were in a line, me, Preeti, mummy, like my mummy, her mummy, like we all, ma'am, everybody, we got prasadam from his hand. So yeah, and how he remembers like everything. When Guru Maharaj came to Patna, inauguration time, Preeti got initiated. I did not get that time, but again when Guru Maharaj came to Patna for safari purpose, he was asking, ma'am was telling, Dipshika is also coming. So he was asking, oh Dipshika, what initiative name did I give to Dipshika? And then ma'am told he didn't take. Then he gave me another chance to take initiation, and I got initiated on March 18th, 2023. I recall when after marriage, I was staying in Chennai, and he came to ISKCON Tirupati. And so I and Muttu, we went to ISKCON Tirupati to meet him. And when he was leaving, he noticed me and he waved his hand. That very day at the same location, I was experiencing two different types of feelings in the morning and in the night. When Guru Maharaj is around, we have seen like everything feels so lively and so full of energy. But when he's not there, the same place was like feeling very dull and quiet. We also see Guru Maharaj with such conditions is always engaged in devotional service, giving classes daily. He's always in the mood of preaching. In hospitals, in Jayapataka Swami app, we have read like in hospitals and all, he is distributing the prasadam, clickers to hospital staffs. I read in Facebook also. I read in Facebook post during the recent travel in his train from Ahmedabad to Mumbai, he distributed the prasadam to TT. Like each and every moment of his life, he is engaged in spreading Krishna consciousness, whatever may be the situation, traveling or anything. Whenever any new devotee comes, meets Guru Maharaj, he makes him feel so comfortable and inspires him to chant. I remember when I was carrying Yadu Nandana, Guru Maharaj had come to Chennai quite few times. When I was in my 2 months, he came to Chennai. He came to Chennai. I went to airport. I got blessings from him when he was in the car. I also wanted to tell him about this, like, yeah, Guru Maharaj, I'm pregnant. But it was so much crowded that I was not able to speak him. Then me and Muttu, we took our bike and we went little bit far away from that crowded area. We thought, okay, we're not able to tell him, okay, fine, we will just follow his car. At least I can able to see him. We just like little bit far only we stood there, and his car came, and like surprisingly his car came and stood our bike. It was like totally, I was totally shocked. His car came and stopped. Like, I have never seen his car going and getting stopped. It will simply go to like to hotel or like to hospital or something. So it was really surprising to me. Then I got down from my bike and told Guru Maharaj, I'm pregnant, and he gave me blessings, and he was also showing a thumbs up smiley. So that like I still remember, like how merciful he is, like, and how his car also came and stood near me. So it was like I still see those moments happening in front of my eyes. Then I remember from with like I met to Guru Maharaj in Chennai, and because of sir and ma'am, I got blessings from him. I took mango and garland for him. He accepted the garland, and looking at the mango very cutely, he said, "Only once in a year," and he blessed me. I remember my last meet with Guru Maharaj when he was in Chennai. He was very very tired. He was not keeping well at all, and he was not able to speak much. After seeing me, though, he asked, "Hey, which month you are in? Which month is it?" I told Guru Maharaj, 5 months, Guru Maharaj, and also informed him that we have done Pumsavana Samskara. Then he again guided me and told me, do Simantanayini Samskara. I was not very sure which month we should be doing this. I asked Guru Maharaj, which month, Guru Maharaj? Then Gopati, one of his servant, Gopati Prabhu told 7th month. Guru Maharaj told, no, 4, 6, and 8. And also he showed it with his finger, because his voice was very feeble. He thought I may not be understanding. He was showing that in finger as well. Like nobody in the material world can give us such a love, such a care, like how Guru Maharaj does. He is actual our well wisher. Like nobody can do that. I heartfully thank you, Guru Maharaj, for accepting me as your disciple, as your spiritual daughter. I have 2 lines for him from his own song, Yadi Prabhupada Na Hui To. Just one line I have added in that. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tobe ki hoito. Amra Guru Maharaj ke petam ki kore. It means if Srila Prabhupada would have not come, how would we have got our Guru Maharaj? So thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for giving us such a lovely and cute spiritual father. Love your Lord, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Haribol, Jai Suladev, Tatsami Guru Maharaj, Avirbhav Mahotsav ki Jai.
Yeah.
So wonderful offering. Thank you very much, Divya Rupa. So wonderful. This is the very sweet memory, remembrance of Guru Maharaj's past times with each one. It's the most precious memory of the life is the interaction with Guru Maharaj for one. Nothing more auspicious in life or the more memorable or sweetest incident can be there in life. So wonderful. Thank you very much. Next, Sakshi.
Hare Krishna, sir. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Before I start my offering, sir, I just want to share something that happened right now. Like I've got to know Guru Maharaj from Preeti only, like when we moved in together, and she started glorifying and telling her experiences that both Preeti and Deepshika would have together with Guru Maharaj. So today, when we were about to start the offerings, I was just hoping that Deepshika starts first, because I've been hearing from Preeti a lot. I just wanted to hear her realization as well, and somehow her only started first. It was so good. So I'll start with my offering. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my dear spiritual father, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. I remember I was doing my IDC course from Hyderabad temple, and in that entire course, I remember that the Prabhu who was teaching us, he asked us, there was this question in the booklet that what are your expectations from your guru? At that time, I didn't know much that what a guru is and how we should approach or how we should make efforts to get a guru. But because I also knew that Guru Maharaj is also, disciples would refer to him as their spiritual father. So when I came to know that he is actually our eternal spiritual father, whichever guru we accept or we get by blessings of Krishna. So I had this like spontaneous one expectation that I hope that whenever I get my guru, I have that bond with my guru as a spiritual father and a daughter, has like how we have in our material relationships of a father and daughter relationship. So I just had that one desire in my mind that whenever Krishna blesses me with a guru, I hope I can have such a relationship with my guru, that as an eternal spiritual father, I can approach him as a daughter. I can talk to him or share things as a daughter would to her father. And luckily, how when Preeti moved into my life and we shifted together, and I was excited to know that she is a disciple of. At that time, I did not know who Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is, but she's a disciple of some guru. I knew. So at a very first talk only, she started like spontaneously glorifying Guru Maharaj. I didn't know anything about Guru Maharaj at that time, but she started explaining how she met, how all the incidences took place in her life, and how by getting association of ma'am and you, sir, they had so much of reciprocation and meeting with personal meeting with Guru Maharaj. Ideally, people will not land such a chance to meet personality such as Guru Maharaj because he's so busy in his services and it is difficult to reach him. But they had both. Preeti and Deepshika had so much of chances, so much of reciprocation. They would run after Guru Maharaj, have cute reciprocations with them, and would try to, get more and more association. So hearing her realizations with Guru Maharaj and the cute pastimes, I somehow developed that desire to meet Guru Maharaj. I didn't know whether whether he is my Guru Maharaj also or not, or whether he would even accept me also or not. But then I developed that desire to meet Guru Maharaj. I just wanted to have those connections or those pastimes. I wanted to have those feelings. I wanted to feel what it feels like when such pastimes or such cute behaviors Guru Maharaj would do with other people. So that's how I think hearing his glories and having this desire to meet, somehow Guru Maharaj's mercy was such that we landed a chance to meet him in Bangalore. Both me, Preeti, and Mohini, we all went to meet Guru Maharaj and Preeti told us that it is the best possible way to meet him in the airport because outside it will get crowded and we won't land a chance. So somehow we planned to land at a time when Guru Maharaj would be coming out of the airport, and that was the first time we were outside the airport. And I remember, sir, you also came and we were standing and we were anxiously waiting for Guru Maharaj to come out of the airport so that we could see and go and greet him and meet him. And then when he came outside of the airport, we were far away because there was a big queue of Prabhujis who were not letting us go. But somehow it miraculously happened that we got some way and we went directly in front of Guru Maharaj to take his darshan. And at that moment I was just looking at his face and his eyes and I was blank. I couldn't say anything, neither greet or say Hare Krishna also. And I was just standing and waving at him. I don't know why was I even waving at him just. And then Guru Maharaj just saw us, and then he started waving at us, and that was the very first, I think, reciprocation or connection or a pastime I had with Guru Maharaj. And it was so pure and so blissful. And like I mentioned before, also in the previous class, that I thought that since Guru Maharaj has so many disciples, how is it practically possible that he's able to have that connection, have that remembrance, and recognize each of his disciples, and give them that feeling that no, you are my daughter or you are my son. So then I had that myth that how is it actually possible. When I actually met him, like I was nobody. I didn't know much about Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj did not know me. Somewhere from the crowd I just came up, and but that connection or that feeling that Guru Maharaj gave me, it felt like no, he knows each one of us. He knows our desires. He knows from where we are coming, what desires we are having. It doesn't matter if we are like initiated, aspiring, sheltered, what we are, nothing matters. Just your desire to see your guru, or desire to, that spiritual desire is the connection between a guru and a disciple. So I've been hearing this from Preeti also, that when we were going also to meet Guru Maharaj, I had this in mind that I don't know whether we'll even land a chance to meet, whether we'll get a chance to talk to Guru Maharaj, or anything will even happen or not. We are just planning. But then she told one thing, that the only key is to have that desire, and that is what kept us running. And then that is what we actually felt, and then I experienced that actually spiritual desire is the key. And by Guru Maharaj's mercy only, like in Bangalore, we had so many reciprocations. Absolutely each day we went to see Guru Maharaj. We could communicate with him, we could talk to him, and even Guru Maharaj was taking so much care for us. Like even in the crowd, somehow or the other, he would glance towards the side that we are standing, or he would wave at us every time. We would not know what to do, but we would continuously wave at him, so that at least he would see and wave back at us. And I remember, like, each time we waved, each time he waved at us, and it was so blissful, that being a personality as such that he is super busy. He has multiple things in his head, serving in the mission and fulfilling the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, yet at a level that we are like just newbies. We were there, and yet he was taking care of us. And apart from that, like I remember we planned only for a week stay in Bangalore, but somehow we staying with Guru Maharaj for all of those days, I literally got addicted to seeing him every day. And we had to go back to Hyderabad, but somehow none of us wanted to return back to Hyderabad. And I think all of us were desiring that we could stay longer, because since Guru Maharaj was also staying in Bangalore. And then suddenly his plan changed to go to Mangalore, and we quickly changed our plans to run behind Guru Maharaj to Mangalore. And we did not know how. We had this desire that we want to travel with Guru Maharaj, because he's also going via flight to Mangalore. And we all of these spiritual desires also, like I heard from Preeti, that if you have that desire, it will fulfill. And it was like, even I, being a nobody, like I wasn't aspiring, I was in shelter, but I was having those spiritual desires. So he was fulfilling my spiritual desires also, and that touched me so much, that I'm not officially connected to Guru Maharaj through any of the official processes, and yet he is, reciprocating to me as well. So that gave me so much bliss, and that made me feel like, yes, and now I believe how a guru can take care of his disciples. Now that myth was broken, that no, this is not. We try to see it on a material platform, that, and we try to limit it on the bodily conceptions. But a guru is on a transcendental platform, and many a times we forget about this, and that is when we start having these confusions. But in those days that I stayed with Guru Maharaj, I could feel that what Krishna consciousness itself transformed for me. What exactly is Krishna consciousness changed? The definition exactly changed. And I could understand that it is such a simple process and such a jovial process, that Guru Maharaj made me realize about that. And how we say that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So in those days that I spent with Guru Maharaj each day, I could, when I was reflecting back on my journey of those a week or so that I stayed with Guru Maharaj in Mangalore and Bangalore, I could realize that even though I was engaged in multiple things, I had my office parallelly running, and I had other things to do. Yet my consciousness was only sticking on Guru Maharaj and Krishna. My consciousness was not deviating. Any of the discussions that me, Preeti, and Satosh I would have was only centered around either Guru Maharaj, or the pastimes, or his glories, or the Krishna Katha and everything. Nothing material would hit our minds. Nothing. Even though we were outside engaged in completing our office works and daily chores and tasks and everything, yet our consciousness would completely stick to being completely Krishna conscious. So that is what the essence is that I learned at that time. That we also hear that is that one example of how we should always be Krishna conscious. So in the olden times, these ladies would carry matkas on their head lined up. So they would walk and they would talk and do all of the other chores, but as soon as they would have their minds fixed on the matkas that they would be carrying on their head, and that is how I heard this example from one of the devotees. That is how our consciousness should be fixed on serving our Guru or remembering Krishna. And that I could really feel when I spent that time with Guru Maharaj, that even though engaged externally in other things, my consciousness was completely fixed on Guru Maharaj and Krishna, and I could not, even if I want to think, I was not able to think any other thing. So I want to sincerely thank Guru Maharaj for bringing in such learnings in my life and helping me get those realizations with which I can elevate and do my sadhana with more commitment. Apart, another experience that I remember is that when we went to Mangalore, we were at the airport with Gurmaj, and all of us were really excited and really happy that for the first time, I personally met him for the first time, and in the first time only I got a chance to travel with Guru Maharaj in the same flight. So it was like a completely transcendence even in air. And when we landed, we were next, the seat that we were sitting next to us, there was this girl, Chandramani, who we happened to talk, and she was inquiring about who Guru Maharaj is, because he was sitting right in front of the in the front seat. And it happened that she also used to chant and was connected to ISKCON earlier, but somehow she got disconnected. So we thought we'll make Guru Maharaj, her meet Guru Maharaj. And this when he like came out of the flight, and the servants were taking him towards the lift to go towards the baggage collection. So we were just running to make her meet once. And when Guru Maharaj saw, the servants were in a hurry, that because of the Guru Maharaj's health as well, they didn't want to stop. But Guru Maharaj himself, he like pushed against the lift and wanted to stop. And twice or thrice servants tried to push him in the lift, but he externally forced, like, no, I want to talk, I want to meet the girl. And he stopped, and he talked to that girl Chandramani and blessed her with Jagannath stick, and asked her that she would continue chanting, and that's how she said to Guru Maharaj that she will start chanting again. So I was wondering how Guru Maharaj, like, even though with a hectic flight and all the travel and with his health not supporting much, he would be so tired, and yet even to bless a single soul, he would stop, and he would not miss that chance. That is the mercy of Guru Maharaj, which is like inconceivable. We cannot even imagine that platform, or we cannot even understand how he does what he does. But that limit of mercy that Guru Maharaj is ready to extend to each and everyone is very, very inspiring, and should inspire each one of us to do more and more service towards Guru Maharaj. Help him, like he always says that I want the help of my devotees to fulfill the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So we should recommit always ourselves, seeing these incidences, how Guru Maharaj is preaching and teaching and ready to extend his mercy. Even in the worst of his material body conditions, he's ready to preach, he's ready to extend the mercy. So we should always recommit ourselves and try to do more and more service towards Guru Maharaj to please him with our service and sadhana. That was another cute incident I witnessed in Mangalore. And another thing was that when we were going to Mangalore, like in Bangalore, we had you, sir, and Preeti, and everyone was there. So we knew when we went in Mangalore, in that when we landed, we knew nobody. Like we didn't even have a stay booked. We didn't know where we are going, because we are just going to plan to follow Guru Maharaj's car wherever he goes, and then we'll figure out later. So, sir, even you were not there. It was only the three of us. So we felt, when we reached that place and the resort where Guru Maharaj was planned to stay, all the Mangalore devotees were there, and we didn't know anybody. So it, for a moment, it felt like that, like orphans, we are standing there and we don't know what we'll do. But then Guru Maharaj was there, and then somehow or the other, one of his servants, he came up to us and he asked us that, Mataji, you're coming from Bangalore, right? Where are you going to stay? Did you figure out a space? Like, no, Prabhu, we don't know where we will stay and something. And miraculously, he shared the location where other devotees were planning to stay, and he gave us that there you can go and check. So I was just wondering, a moment ago we were feeling like orphans, we don't know what to do, but Guru Maharaj is there. We have a spiritual father there. What to worry? He arranged something or the other for us to help us and get a stay for us, that we've been following him all the way from Bangalore to Mangalore. So then there were other few incidents where we were following Guru Maharaj, and something or the other happened, and he would arrange things for us. So this is also by mercy of Guru Maharaj only, that he was letting us come closer to him. He was fulfilling our spiritual desires, and he was actually letting us experience that bliss in Krishna consciousness, that bliss in serving Guru Maharaj. So I'm so grateful and thankful that I got that opportunity by, absolutely causeless mercy of Gauranga, that I could have that incidences, have that experiences with Guru Maharaj. It is now, even now, when I speak about this, those moments are flashing in front of my eyes, and it's like I'm at a loss of words, I think, for now. And I remember one more thing, how I ended up taking aspiring from Guru Maharaj. It was again in Mangalore only, and I would hear glories of Guru Maharaj and pastimes from Preeti, right? So she told me how she and Deepshika ended up taking shelter because Guru Maharaj himself asked Sir, you and ma'am, that would they take aspiring or not. So even like at that time, even my family, like my mother, they are Krishna conscious and they are chanting and all, but when it comes to initiation and everything, they are a bit scared that what if you're not able to follow, then the marriage is there and everything. So I was a bit skeptical. I don't know if I take that decision of taking aspiring, and I don't know how my parents are going to react, but I was for sure and desiring that if Guru Maharaj asks, it's like an instruction of Guru Maharaj, and I have no obstacles to say no to it, and I know I can convince my parents. Just if Guru Maharaj asks me once that would you take aspiring or shelter, and this desire also Guru Maharaj fulfilled. I remember we were following Guru Maharaj from Mangalore's Jagannath temple back to the resort, and he was coming out of the car, and me, Mohini, Preeti, all of us were standing there. And suddenly, somehow, Guru Maharaj just asked about us, and Preeti introduced us that they are coming from Bangalore to Mangalore. Guru Maharaj, they met you in Bangalore. And he asked, are they aspiring? And me and Mohini, we literally jumped in air that I was just praying for this, that may Guru Maharaj ask us about aspiring or us. And then he asked us that would you like to take aspiring, and we said yes. And somehow then in that day evening only, sir arranged a meet for us with Guru Maharaj in his room to take aspiring, and it was so blissful and I never even thought you would get a chance to go to Guru Maharaj that close, that too in his room, and take aspiring. That was again so miraculous. And then again, when we took aspiring, we were so happy and blissful. The Guru Maharaj looked right into our eyes, and I he called out by our name, like Sakshi and Mohini, and then he said the most beautiful line that I think I will never forget. He said that Sakshi and Mohini, my dear spiritual daughters, even though I thought that after getting initiation is when one becomes establishes that relationship of a spiritual father and daughter. But even at the time of aspiring, when Guru Maharaj said, it was pure bliss and transcendence. We were like, our purpose of life has been fulfilled. Now we are like surrendered souls unto the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, and we don't have to go anywhere else. Only and only Guru Maharaj is there for us. So such feelings Guru Maharaj gave to us, such pure, instances and incidences happened with us. And it was only by mercy of Gauranga that we got to meet such an exalted personality like Guru Maharaj. And so I feel every time I reflect upon these past times, I feel so fortunate to be, living and alive at the same time when Guru Maharaj is there. And it is a matter of great proud for me, and I pray at his lotus feet that may I continue to serve him, and I get more opportunities to serve him and help him fulfill the instructions that Srila Prabhupada gave him. And I just wish that I continue to get to see him every time and get those few reciprocations from him. And I just love my spiritual father. That's all I have to say. Thank you, sir.
Hari Bol.
Hari, Hari, very wonderful realization. So this is very important that we remember Guru Maharaj not only on this auspicious day, but every day, every moment in our life, because only he is the deliverer. And on this, it's customary to glorify Guru Maharaj on this most auspicious day of Vyasa Puja for our own benefit. We do that. And okay, so Preeti Rupini has come. No.
But earlier somebody had come. Simran and Disha.
Simran and Disha. Yeah. Disha, would you like
Yes,
to?
sir, I joined.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I think Preeti can go ahead. Maybe I can go after her.
Yeah, because Preeti is on duty. She must have got some time now.
Yes.
So she
Yes.
can start up after that. We'll go.
Yes.
Yes, Preeti, please go ahead. Give your offering in our chat.
Okay.
Disha. Okay, Disha, you can start. After that, Preeti will do.
Or Simran can do and then.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So can I go ahead or?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. I pray to Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan and Nursing Dev for your speedy recovery so that more and more fallen conditioned souls like me can come in contact with you and receive your unconditional mercy and blessings to become engaged in service of devotees in Krishna. I would like to share two experiences I've had with Guru Maharaj. So one was like when I met him for the first time. So it was a trip to Ooty, and on the last day, I decided to cut it short. It was just my mother, my brother, mom, and myself. And somehow I'd found out through Instagram about his South India tour schedule, and I saw that the dates were coinciding. So I thought I'll go meet Srila Prabhupada's disciple. That's it. That's my idea at that time. And actually, throughout the thing, I was thinking, I am the one thinking that I'll go meet him. I am the one who's thinking to cut short my Ooty trip, thinking I'll convince my mother and brother to cut short that vacation for a day, go back to Coimbatore. And I was under that false impressions that I was thinking all of that. And even after meeting Guru Maharaj, I was thinking that only. But later on in some lectures, I heard that when Guru wants to give you darshans, he makes the arrangements. You're not the one. And that's when I realized that's why everything happened so flawlessly that our dates of travel coincided with exactly his dates of being in Coimbatore. And actually going back, if it was me doing it, it wouldn't have even happened to begin with. So Guru Maharaj is so merciful that he arranged everything of my trip to give me his darshans, to reveal himself to me. So and over there, as I reached Coimbatore, so again I'm in the impression I'm going to get to meet a Prabhupada disciple. I'm always very excited to meet Prabhupada's disciples. So, and the Abhishek was done. We got Guru Maharaj's darshan. He did a little Abhishek also. It was Snan Yatra that they were celebrating of Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra Maharani. So Guru Maharaj did, and he did a short Abhishek and he left, I suppose, to go back to his place of stay. And I think that was it for the day. So I was very happy. I was very, very happy that I got darshans of Sri Prabhupada's disciple. And so, I saw the rest of the Abhishek, and then the Katha was in like local language, I think Tamil. So I went for lunch prasad, and I was very fortunate to meet Shanta Gopi Mataji over there. Again, very unlikely of me to approach a complete stranger and start talking as if, like we are friends from ages or something like that, or like we are close family. So Mataji just started talking to me about Guru Maharaj. At that point, she started telling me about his pastimes, and they are so attractive, so attractive. Acharya Leela or Guru Maharaj Leela any day is more attractive, more pleasing. Even now, when Deepshika and Sakshi were sharing, uh, it actually softens the heart. I feel immediately, like how butter melts. That's supposed to happen with Krishna Katha, but doesn't happen. That happens with Guru Maharaj Leela so easily. So Mataji started telling me, and that point itself, that attraction in me started developing, and I wanted to meet him. But of course, to meet such busy personalities and uh, like they're always occupied in service, you can't expect, especially when you're not somebody important, you're just some new person to them. So to me, it is like asking too much. But still, I randomly just asked Mataji, can I meet? And Mataji was like, yeah, sure, you can meet. I'll take you to meet. That was the first surprise I got, that, okay, that's a possibility. And then again, we still weren't sure that if he would come back. Mataji was also very surprised that Guru Maharaj had actually come back. Mataji was saying that generally doesn't happen. So he had come back for the bhog offering to Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani. And at that time, she took me thrice in front of Guru Maharaj, and she had me like Guru Maharaj gave me his blessings, and Maji was introducing me. So it was a very wonderful interaction, very surprising also to me that somebody of Guru Maharaj's stature had actually given his few seconds also, that even bothered to glance at me is so much mercy. And yet again, his class was there after the prasadam offering and bhog offering, and then again Mataji took me in front of him, and uh, that's when I had the realization that I want to accept Guru Maharaj as my guru. And it was again very surprising to me that how can somebody be so approachable, so merciful, so many like giving blessings to me. Before me also there was one Mataji, he was asking about what she does and all that. Again with me, Mataji was introducing me and all that. It just blew my mind how like approachable and how available, is that even a word, how available he's made to all of us unconditionally. And so that's very close, what to say, a close instance with Guru Maharaj for me. And then another one was when I came to Mayapur in January 2023, last year of January. So the entire trip was planned so that I can get his darshans on my birthday. But unfortunately, that couldn't happen. But fortunately, what happened was that a Zoom call was arranged, again by your mercy only, Maji Prabhuji, with Guru Maharaj and me, so that my unfavorable situations were told to him after his CC class. Like, he has many more important things to do than here to unfavorable situations and like of one disciple, aspiring disciple, that too. So the situation was told to Guru Maharaj, and I got his blessings, and I didn't think how things would change or anything of it. I was just reassured that there is like good in the future. But I didn't think that just in a span of 6-7 months there would be such changes in my family, like especially from my parents. Only I was receiving the unfavorable conditions due to their own fears and whatever. But it was unbelievable for me to see that they had become very favorable, and like they are still in the process, and like the resistance has totally gone down, and it's just amazing. And it's uh, unarguable that it has happened purely because of his mercy and blessings. There's no other way such a drastic thing could have happened. So it's just, it's like mercy personified for me. And I beg at his lotus feet so that I can be engaged in the services, fulfill the instructions he received to Srila Prabhupada. I can do some little service for him as my indebtedness, eternal indebtedness towards him. So thank you so much. All glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, so wonderful. Wonderful realization you have spoken, Diksha. Very, very, very wonderful, Disha. So this is most auspicious. It brings you to a next level automatically just by speaking about him like this in this audience. It's not an ordinary thing. So you are blessed soul. Gurudever Matirastu. Next, Preeti Rupini.
She's in office.
Oh, she's in office. Okay. Simran.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Mata.
Hare Krishna.
Very good.
So, dearest Guru Maharaj, please accept my most respectful obeisances. All glories to you. So, I never expected that I would get a chance to see Guru Maharaj, even see. What about meeting? And then meet him so close, like just few meters away or like very close. It was something impossible. Like I just realized that Guru Maharaj can make anything impossible into possible. Uh, like I heard first his glories from Nitai Sevani Mataji. Like I never heard glories of Srila Prabhupada also. I heard glories, like it just happened. I don't know why I heard. Yeah, as Dasha was telling that, if Guru Maharaj wants, nothing can be stopped. So that's how I ended up hearing his glories. And out of nowhere, I got this thought in my mind that, okay, he's my spiritual master. And yes, I want to dedicate my life for him. I want to dedicate my life for Srila Prabhupada. Then I was like, oh, okay. I was so excited hearing more about him, following his Facebook, Instagram, and the way he was already reciprocating and all. Yeah, everything was going good. Then I was little stagnant in my sadhana and all. I was not very enthusiastic. Then suddenly, uh, there was ILS session. My mentor was called for. She was invited for this from our temple. So Madhiji asked me, like, is it possible that you can also come with me? I was like, okay. I just asked my parents. I'm like, okay, train tickets were booked. I was so surprised, like, why me? Why me? I was like, why? I want to know. I don't want that pride to come within me. I just want to know why. I asked Mataji also. Then Mataji was like, it's not me who selected you. It's Gauranga who selected you. It's Krishna. I was like, okay. Like in the train also, I was like, okay, why? That was only in my mind. But as soon as I landed, as soon as I just stepped in Mayapur. Like then till I sat back in train again, I was just like I was just getting so many realizations how Guru Maharaj loves me, how Guru Maharaj loves each and every person, not only his disciples but everyone. But like it was causeless mercy of Guru Maharaj that he called me all the way from Hyderabad to Mayapur. It was like such a big thing for me. I just couldn't take it. Then Mataji was an ILS session. Uh, was not allowed. But then Guru Maharaj says that anyone can attend ILS session, despite you pay or not. Maybe you may not get prasad. But according to our rules of temples, I was not allowed. So then I told my Mataji's mentor, and then I was like, if Jayapataka Swami Maharaj says, if your Guru Maharaj says, that who am I to stop? Then I could attend his session. I could attend the sessions also. Again, fortunately, there was a Thai Sevini Mataji. I could attend that also. And obviously, I met Shanta Gopi Mataji and Prabhu there. And Mataji was giving me the details when Guru Maharaj is in and all. I was running behind him like the way Preeti does always, the way Dipshika does always. Yeah, I got to know about Preeti, Dipshika. Disha introduced me basically. So I was like, I thought something impossible, but I couldn't believe like everything was happening in front of my eyes. I was just in air. I was so happy. And the first time I saw him was my mentor went to the class and I was all alone. I attended the Bhoga Aartis and I just came and I was just, I know that Guru Maharaj is always in that lotus building. So I was somewhere around there near a tree. I was just sitting. I was like, it's been so long now. I want to take darshans of Guru Maharaj. I was just sitting very sadly. Then there comes a car. And I just asked, is that Jayapataka Swami Maharaj? I was like, yes. I just ran, and obviously, as we know, like wherever Guru Maharaj is, hundreds of people just come. I ran like something, and I could just be a mirror, like a glass away from him. He gave me his blessings from his hand. I felt so happy. I was like, yes, now I feel like giving to Mayapur. I was so happy. Then again, like he was coming out and I could take his darshans. I was nearby, close by. And then apart from that, I got so many chances in 2 to 3 days of trip. I felt so happy. And just the next day, before I was leaving, in the night, because of Shanta Gopi Mataji, I could get his 5 to 10 minutes of association just running behind his vehicle. I felt so fortunate. I was so close. I was so close. I was just amazed. I was like, my God, I never thought I would get um, like like His Holiness darshan so close. And as I say, like just a glance of Vaishnava will purify. I could see that in my life. After that, when I came back to Hyderabad, I could see improvement in my consciousness and in my sadhana. I could chant holy names easily. I felt so happy. I already took shelter before that. I already met Guru Maharaj before that in Hyderabad, but I didn't realize what it means shelter. I was always interested in initiation. I never thought there's something known as aspiring in shelter. So I was like, okay, this is just one step, then I will get initiation. So on that day in the whole trip, I just realized what it means shelter. Like it means nothing to me, but Guru Maharaj reciprocated that I gave you shelter. It means I'll take care of you personally, of your personal life, of your sadhana, of your everything. So apart from Guru Maharaj's dedication and determination to serve Srila Prabhupada, like without stopping, the the very quality of his compassion and the very quality of his personal care, the way he reciprocates um, through his quotes, through his shorts, through his YouTube videos, through his lectures, it's just mind blowing. Like he always makes me feel that he's there for me. He takes care. Uh, he's always there. And in December, uh, again, I was having holidays, and that was my last holidays in my college. Very soon I'll end my college, so I was like, I want to go to Mayapur. Like, um, it was something impossible, but yeah, like causes mercy of Guru Maharaj, everything was arranged. I was in Mayapur for 10 days. I had to go to Ekachakra Dham for a retreat. I was there. Again, I got to see him. I got to attend his classes. I got his darshans. Every time I was in temple, he was coming. I got his close darshans. Then I was giving class. Like it's like going behind him. Like on 31st December, I got his darshans. Uh, like I was feeling so blessed. Like I got his darshan so many times. I was like, it's something impossible. It was, I never thought it's possible, but I got his darshans like so many times. I'm like, my God, like I just cannot believe. But yeah, every time with his blessings, few realizations and the mercy overflowing, I can see improvement in my consciousness and my sadhana. Recently, I just realized that in this material world, as Krishna says, it's Takale Mashashvatam, nobody really cares. Everyone minds their own business. But yes, there is this one person, except for Hari Guru Vaishnav, except for Guru Maharaj, no one really cares. I um, felt so being cared. I felt so happy, and I got this realization recently that my purpose of life is not I just don't want to live for my parents or for anyone. I want to live for my Guru Maharaj. Like despite anything, despite up and downs in life, despite anything, I just want to live for my Guru Maharaj, to dedicate my life for him in insignificant way, any way possible. But yeah, I just want to dedicate my life for him. So on this auspicious day of his Platinum Jubilee, I was so happy that it's 75th Vyasa Puja of Guru Maharaj. So merciful that he's just extending himself, extending his yours, extending his hand, extending his mercy. He just extends like something. All glories to his compassion, and all glories to his determination to never give up. So on this auspicious day of his Platinum Jubilee, I humbly pray at lotus feet of dearest Guru Maharaj to always keep me close to his lotus feet and bless me to dedicate my life and humbly serve in his lotus feet. Thank you, Madhuji. Thank you, Prabhu.
Super.
Very good. Oh, so blissful to hear all this nectar, which is flowing from the bumblebees who are going around the lotus feet of the all flowing nectar lotus flower of Guru Maharaj lotus feet. Preeti, is it possible for you to talk, or you're in
Yes.
office again?
Yes, ma'am, I'll speak.
Yeah. You'll be able to
Okay.
talk? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Can I start?
Yes, of course.
Hare Krishna. So I would like to start with offering my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my dearest spiritual father. So till like last Vyasa Puja, I have been sharing mostly the pastimes and reciprocations of Guru Maharaj, which happened to me personally. Today, I wanted to share so many realizations which I am realizing about Guru Maharaj through reading Bhagavatam. And like by reading, I'm feeling I'm getting to know my Guru Maharaj more and more. Whenever I'm reading Bhagavatam, at any point, if anything is mentioned about pure devotee, only one person coming in my mind is Guru Maharaj. I remember, like in one chapter, it is mentioned that it is willed by Lord Krishna that Bhishma Deva like to impart instructions to King Yudhishthira on the subject of occupational duties. And in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned that how even though Bhishma Deva was lying on bed of arrows, then also Krishna asked him to do so because he wanted to show that even in that condition, pure devotee can do so for the pleasure of the Lord. And that one person, like, okay, reading Bhagavatam, but in this material world, that feeling, when I am reading about Bhishma Pitama, about Lord Krishna, I'm feeling when I'm seeing Guru Maharaj, like general people, when they see Guru Maharaj, they are seeing like how physically he's on wheelchair and all. And many people were questioning initially, but after reading Bhagavatam, I could correlate why these things are happening and why like each and every action of Guru Maharaj when I'm reading each and every point of Srimad Bhagavatam, like I can correlate with that. Like how in this condition also, if we are like one day, if we are having fever and all, we miss our sadhana and we won't be able to do anything. But with Guru Maharaj, even though I didn't read Bhagavatam, I never felt so. Like he's on wheelchair or he's physically unfit. But after reading, I could relate more and more each and every action of Guru Maharaj. I remember like recently Guru Maharaj traveled on train to Mumbai, and also in train he reached one TT. And after some time, I saw one video in which that TT is sharing his realization to some devotee passengers, and he told like he's chanting on counter. He showed his counter, and it just came in my mind that I remember you both will always tell pure devotee each and every action is to benefit others. So for some reason, and like I was thinking how he traveled in train to preach one TT, and the TT is from Bihar, and he told how he's chanting and he shared his realization about Guru Maharaj. Before that, like till I'm in Krishna consciousness, I've never seen Guru Maharaj traveling in train, and that day, like he was traveling in train, and I could correlate even on Mangalore airport when we are going from Bangalore to Mangalore. One girl was there named Chandramani. She met with Guru Maharaj, and like security guards and servants were pushing Guru Maharaj to go, but again and again he was stopping, and he was told, like he told, in last I'll not go, and he had a conversation with Chandramani. He boasted about Chandramani in his app, and he gave his visiting card, and just I was thinking. I have never seen like I always felt in crowd majority is given preference, but I have seen only Guru Maharaj not only giving preference to majority, but to each and every people. Although there may be thousand or lakhs people in crowd. So in Bhagavad Gita we read how every person is individual, but with Guru Maharaj I feel that I'm an individual, even though I'm even though being in crowd and I'm an individual, like I'm having an individual relation with my Guru Maharaj. So also like I always run behind Guru Maharaj, like even if someone is stopping or I'm getting scolding from security or servants or some senior devotees, sometimes in public. But I actually like I want to be conscious sometimes to follow some rules and regulations. But as soon as I see Guru Maharaj, I forget everything. I'm not at all conscious about other thing rather than Guru Maharaj. So I was just thinking at that moment, I realized I was also thinking why I am running behind Guru Maharaj. Like if anyone is asking this question to me, I'm not able to answer. But this never happened to me before I came to Krishna conscious, or even after I come to Krishna conscious to any other people. It is only happening when I'm seeing Guru Maharaj. So then I was realizing, like in Bhagavad Gita, we read, we are not this body, we are soul, and Prabhupada is telling the first lesson. At that moment, I'm realizing this is not like exactly, I'm not this body, I'm soul. And that is running, that wants to run behind Guru Maharaj, seeing Guru Maharaj. And like also in Bhagavatam, I read like how if a pure devotee is traveling anywhere at any place, that place is becoming pilgrimage. And same feeling I am having when I am traveling with Guru Maharaj, either be it a flight, airport, any shops or malls. So that feeling, like in this material world also, something beyond material world, even though we go anywhere with group or or like with association of any devotee, that feeling like how Golak Vrindavan will feel. I have not felt that, but something beyond material world, something spiritual, that I'm feeling only at any place with like Guru Maharaj. So that was one. And I remember like sometimes we feel lonely, and like if we are not with our people or with our group, maybe people are there. So like sometimes it is coming in my mind how I'll approach Guru Maharaj. And I remember uh, this happened when Guru Maharaj was coming to Patna, and ma'am told like, you just have the desire and you simply go. You don't have to worry. You don't have to think so much big people about so much big people. Just think only about Guru Maharaj. I remember even like many VP and very important big people were there in Patna, and I was among the crowd. And Guru Maharaj told, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you." So how like he's approachable, and we have the desire how he is fulfilling. Even in Bangalore, there was some photo shoot, and few people did drama, and like they were Bangalore people, and like me and two other girls, Akshi and Mohini, were there with me. So we were feeling going like apart something. We are off from the crowd like that way, and we were standing somewhere else. Everyone went for photo shoot, every people. So some kind like something, I was feeling something odd. Okay, and then Guru Maharaj saw, and then he was waving and calling us, come. So then I remembered ma'am's word again. Okay, we have that desire. Guru will like come if we have that. Even if we are not able to approach, we just have to keep that desire in our heart. And also about glorification, like when I came to Hyderabad, mostly I realized this also. Generally, like we say, Krishna's glories and Krishna's himself are not different. And like whatever names we are taking, chanting, it's not different from Krishna. So when I came, like my roommate, she was knowing Guru Maharaj, but Sakshi was not like knowing that much about Guru Maharaj. She was not that attached. She was more into temple and all. I never forced them, either Mohini or Sakshi, to do anything or to meet Guru Maharaj. Just it was glorification and my reciprocation and pastimes, whatever happened with me, I was sharing with them. And classes they were not able to understand, but I'll just put it in speaker in my flat, and they will listen like they are doing any work, but it is going. So I remember pure devotee, whatever they are telling. Even this happened with my brother, because I was not able to bring him near Guru Maharaj. I was just praying, but somehow Zoom classes I will put on speaker, because I was having that faith that Guru Maharaj words will go, even if they are not understanding, it will work. So this, I think this worked for Sakshi and Mohini as well, and for my brother as well. Pure devotee, whatever he is speaking, and that is going. And they only heard glorification. I never forced them and asked them, but gradually they came this side, and now like they're only Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj. So how like that glorification, and just by whatever Guru Maharaj is speaking, even if we are not understanding, initially like Chaitanya Leela classes also, I was also not able to understand, but I just want to see Guru Maharaj, and I was listening. But gradually like I started understanding, and that I became like I was growing into Krishna conscious, or like I was in Krishna conscious only because of Guru Maharaj. Although I was not able to understand, but I want to attend his lecture only. And I attended only his lecture. I used to watch on YouTube only his lectures, his class. trying to understand. So, and also, on last meet, Guru Maharaj told like he want all, like us all, to become very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I took this very seriously from that time, and I have started reading that Guru Maharaj transcription of Chaitanya Leela again, like whatever is there in his app, and starting hearing his lectures, like from initially earlier, which I could not understand, so that I could, like, on this very auspicious day, like I am praying sincerely to Gauranga and Guru Maharaj to bless me, to, like, so that I can preach about Lord Chaitanya and bring more and more people to Guru Maharaj. More to say, but I'm not having time. I took a break, so sorry. I'll end up here. Thank you.
Wow.
Haribol, thank you so much. It's very nectar, very wonderful glorification of Guru Maharaj.
Based on scriptures, and everybody's realization was very truthful and from the heart. So this is very, very essential, because Krishna consciousness is self-realization. It's a realization by itself. So there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, like, Krishna is amazed by seeing devotees, and he's not able to understand what is going on in the devotee's mind and their emotions. Even Krishna is bewildered. Krishna cannot give us the understanding of devotion, because he's the one who accepts the devotion. Only Radharani can give. So Krishna wants to learn that. So he comes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to know all these sweet little happenings within, amongst the devotees, among Guru and disciple, among Krishna and the devotee. These mellows are highly transcendental, and the great experience as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna enjoys, the devotees enjoys bliss more than that. And that experience simply cannot be expressed by word. It has to be even experienced by the Supreme Lord himself. So even Krishna hankers for such a relationship which he had with Ishwarapuri when he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He loved his relationship with Ishwarapuri, which was expressed later. Later in the Mayavadi sannyasis in Kasi, they asked, why you're chanting? You're supposed to read books and be straight, and why you're crazy running in the street? Like, we are also running behind Guru Maharaj like crazy. Like Preeti said, it's beyond the logic. The normal world, how we behave. Once we see Guru Maharaj, immediately all our prestige, the social etiquette which we are maintaining, everything we forget. So this is beyond the intelligence. So people think that by hearing classes and intelligent words, I'll be, intelligence is material, because the body has two different bodies. We have gross body and subtle body. And the subtle body has mind, intelligence, and ego. So false ego. And this three are subtle body. But the transcendental spirit soul is above this subtle body also. So, Vedeshu Durlabham Madurlabham Atma Bhakto, by hearing a lot of Sanskrit verses and very intellectual classes, we won't develop bhakti. So, this is proved in whatever all of you shared your experience, based on which I would like to express how Guru Maharaj is giving Krishna consciousness to all of us. He's just submerging us with the Krishna consciousness, and he's providing us prema, which Lord Chaitanya has given Krishna prema directly, to not seeing whether somebody is qualified or unqualified. So Krishna prema pradayate. So this is what Lord Chaitanya is doing, and that prema is distributed by Guru Maharaj. So the proof is Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, how Narada Muni became devotee, how Prahlad Maharaj became devotee. We see all these things, all these Narada Muni is the greatest, is considered Srivasa, the Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, we are saying. So Narada Muni is one topmost devotee who initiated Prahlad, who initiated Durva, many, entire Bhagavatam is filled with Sri Narada Muni initiating many. So he's the guru of this universe. And he became a devotee when he was a small boy, simply associating with Bhaktivedantas, and he loved the Bhaktivedanta very much. And a small boy, he won't understand great philosophical aspects, but he really liked them, and they showed so much affection to him by giving their remnants and like this. Narada Muni, just 6-year-old boy, what he will understand intellectually? Simply, he liked them. And whether he understands or not understands, he took the association. Then he took the remnants. In that way, even in that very small age, when they were leaving, they initiated him. Like Guru Maharaj asking, are you aspiring, or have you taken shelter? And immediately give shelter because he sees you're approaching. So sincerely approaching the spiritual master is the first step of Krishna consciousness, which is in Nectar of Devotion, 64 Angas of Bhakti is given. The first Anga of Bhakti is approaching a spiritual master. And the second is taking shelter of him. Third is serving him. In this way, simple service, give him a rose. Guru Maharaj said once, when he was there, once he was a brahmachari and he was doing that, there was another temple president. So Prabhupada suddenly in his room, he asked Guru Maharaj, can you get me a rose? So Guru Maharaj was so thrilled. Prabhupada generally tells you distribute books. How much is the distribution? Did you buy the land there? Did you construct there? What about the book printing? How much is the book printing going on? This, that, and all that very serious managerial matters. But suddenly he asked Guru Maharaj, like, can you get me a rose? I don't know whether it's which place, Calcutta or where it is. Specifically, Guru Maharaj didn't mention. But then Guru Maharaj immediately ran. Yes, one rose. I'll surely get. Prabhupada asked me a rose. Prabhupada asked me a rose. So nobody will even imagine. Then because they think, see what we see, perspective differs. So the perspective a manager sees the guru is different from a perspective a normal person sees. Affectionate devotee sees. Sincere disciple is the qualification which we need to acquire. And the service should be based on the love of our guru. This is how Prabhupada became very successful, despite there were many sincere disciples, very many sannyasis, big people, great personalities who are helping the movement. But still, a sincere disciple is the qualification for advancing in Krishna consciousness. That is the core principle. So then Guru Maharaj immediately ran and he searched, and then he went to the president, temple president, and said, can I have a rose? I want. There are so many services. You're asking for a rose, just go. Then like that, he was told, no, this be many service, you just go, don't do this sentimental bakwas. So then immediately Guru Maharaj didn't know what to do. So he was about to cry. Then he just walked in the road. My Guru asked rose, my Guru asked rose. Like that, he's walking in the road. And at the end of the road, he's finding a flower shop. And he went to he didn't have money, anything, because he's a brahmachari. Of course, he's from a very rich family. But his father said that I won't give you anything if you join Prabhupada. Then Guru Maharaj just joined Prabhupada's army. I want you to join army, his father told Guru Maharaj's father. And then Prabhupada said, yes, this is also army. Join my Krishna's army. In this way, Guru Maharaj is the Senapati Bhakta. There's not one Senapati, there are many Senapatis. So Guru Maharaj is also a great Senapati warrior of Srila Prabhupada who is fighting till today in this material existence in order to somehow bring the conditioned soul back to consciousness of the Supreme Lord Krishna and develop love for him and engage in the transcendental bliss. Why you're suffering, just be in bliss like that. So expert warrior who's picking up people, souls from this material existence. So Guru Maharaj just went across the street and just at the end of the street, and then he saw this flower shop. Then he told to the flower shopkeeper that my Guru Maharaj asked me to get a flower, but I don't have money. Will you give me a rose? Then that shopkeeper said, yes, sure. And that shopkeeper gave him a rose. Then immediately Guru Maharaj brought that rose back and gave it to Prabhupada. So all the realizations which you are sharing brought me to this memory of this pastime of Guru Maharaj, which he told. That simply desire, having a desire and endurance, both are essential. The desire to see Guru and just the leg moves a little bit here and there, not hesitating to just go ahead trying to do it. And that little bit trying to do it is enough. All the favorable situation is arranged because Supreme Personality of Godhead is in every atom and is in everybody's heart. And Krishna is in full control of both material and spiritual worlds. It is not that Krishna is in charge of spiritual world, material world is not under his control, it's under the control of Maya. No, Maya is also sincere servant of Krishna and she is sincerely surrendered to Krishna and she is executing her duties. But once she finds somebody is sincerely trying to serve Guru, then immediately everything is arranged favorably. Everything is arranged favorably. And there is no hindrance between us and Guru. Of course, between us and Krishna, there are so many hindrances that is near us. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Antakar, Jaha Krishna Vaha Nahi Maya Radhikar. So Krishna is actually available to everybody as the bright sun is available to the world. And the living people in the world can take the advantage of the sun. But there is clouds, clouds of doubts, clouds of material anarthas. So the cloud is more near to the earth. It is not near to the sun. And the cloud is so small, it is incapable of hiding the sun. So sometimes when you fly in the flight and all, you will see that you're flying above the clouds and you can easily see the sun very bright, shining. And below you will be so many clouds and you cannot see the earth. So the Maya is like that cloud, which is more near to us. It is not near to Krishna. Krishna is available, everybody. But when you associate with pure devotees, these clouds move away so easily that you can very easily see the sun. You will be in bright sunlight always and every time. So many times we are fearful, if I don't have association, what I will do? If I don't have these books, what will I do? So even if we take up another life, if we get into another Garbha where 9 months we have to stay in a dark house with folded hands and legs, still we'll be in complete Krishna consciousness if we take an association of a pure devotee. So Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is one such pure soul. And I can say very rare in the present material world. Such personality is very, very, very rare to find, because he is the authorized representative of Acharya Parampara. So how the authorized representative of Acharya Parampara is recognized is the sincere service to spiritual master. In every way, emotionally, and intellectually, physically. Bodily also they'll serve, and intellectually also, and emotionally also. Sometimes people think that, okay, this transcendental loving exchanges and emotions belongs to girls. They are very sentimental. No, this is not mental platform. When it love to Guru and Gauranga is transcendental, is spiritual platform. It is 100% spiritual. The person who sees the relationship between the spiritual master and the disciple, or the loving exchanges between the Supreme Lord, the deities, and the devotees, the person who sees them to be material sentiment is considered a Pashandi. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, and the code word, the word which is used is called Pashandi. Pashandi means atheist. An atheist will see transcendental exchange as material exchanges. He cannot discriminate between what is spiritual and what is material. So these emotions which we develop for Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj is capable and is worthy because he has served his spiritual master the same with great love and affection. And he has gained the love and affection and trust of the spiritual master. And the spiritual master is pleased, Prabhupada is so pleased with Guru Maharaj that he gave so many services and instructions to Guru Maharaj. So there is only one purpose Guru Maharaj is living in this world, is to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's instruction. But as a personality, he is a nectar flowing flower, ocean of nectar, I can say. Any direction you touch, it's nectar which is flowing from Guru Maharaj. Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj especially, very, very approachable, very simple, very humble and casual. Never showed, even though everybody claiming him to be VIP servants, they're trying somehow to protect from people. But Guru Maharaj is simply people person, and he's approachable to anybody. As all of you described, who tried to approach, they got. But we should not be in material conditioning. What we think is there is 10 offenses to holy name, that the third offense is to disobey the order of the spiritual master and consider him as an ordinary person. So this considering him as an ordinary person keeps coming within our mind, because there are many ordinary persons. Of course, they are becoming Siksha Gurus. They are teaching us, like us. Me and Prabhu are teaching you and guiding you. But we are ordinary person. There is nothing like any of us, like normal. But our Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is certainly not such a normal person at all. So considering spiritual master as an ordinary person is the third offense to the holy name. And so when we cross beyond it, when we break open that barrier, and we see that there is no hurdle between us, our heart and Guru Maharaj's heart. Sometimes we may stay close, but we may not be with Guru Maharaj. But we may stay far away, but we may stay in his consciousness. Like Radharani, she stays in Barsana and Krishna stays in Nandagram. And it's not that they both live in the same house or something like that. So sometimes you stay under an antenna of we can say telecommunication antenna, you may not get the signal. They say that to get a signal, you move a little far away from the antenna, like that. So sometimes, so distance doesn't matter when the heart matters. The heart certainly matters. It certainly matters. Our consciousness certainly matters, and and this person is worthy because he has authorized acharya. So all the qualification of an acharya is there in Vyasa Swami Guru Maharaj, that how Prabhupada pleased his Guru Maharaj, and then Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave him instruction, and he lived only to fulfill the instruction of his spiritual master. Same way, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is living to fulfill the instructions which are given by the spiritual master. This is how you identify authority. You identify the empowered spiritual master, and simply taking Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Haya. So one example I told you is Narada Muni, who is taken association from a pure devotee and developed affection for the pure devotee. And through their initiation, he was able to personally witness the Supreme Lord, and he became the spiritual master of this entire universe. Narada Muni is the spiritual master of this entire universe. Many kings are initiated by him. Almost all the kings, if you go through Bhagavatam, you'll see almost all the kings are initiated by Narada Muni. Then Prahlad Maharaj is one of the Narada Muni's disciple. And when Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb, then he was a fetus, just a fetus in the womb. He didn't go to school. He didn't have an intellectual talk. But simply Narada Muni was preaching Krishna consciousness when he was in the womb to Kayadu, his mother. And then Prahlad was able to understand everything, because the spirit soul is beyond bodily conception. And when a potent spiritual master is conveying a potent original without any material platform, the material platform involves two things. One is the bodily platform, another is mental and intellectual platform. But the Krishna conscious love for Krishna is above these platforms. And this transcendental, devotional, divine messages about Lord Chaitanya, about Lord Krishna, about the subject matters which are imparted by acharyas from books like Bhagavad Gita, when these matters or when I won't call it matter, when these subjects are given to us, it penetrates and it breaks all the bodily condition. I am an illiterate, I don't know this, that, nothing language. It breaks these barriers and brings transformation within the heart of the soul, and it can directly impart prema, which is the goal. Everybody is going through steps, Adav, Shraddha, Tada, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya, Anartha, Nivriti. People are going to Vrindavan, and they are in Radha Kund doing so many things. So Krishna very clearly tells that by austerity you cannot approach me, by anything you cannot, simply by bhakti you can approach me. And that bhakti comes from bhakti, and it comes from Bhakta's heart. And Guru Maharaj is a walking Rath Yatra. He's a walking Bhagavatam, because we have seen him give thousands and thousands of Bhagavatam classes. We have seen him initiate and run thousands and thousands of Rath Yatra. When Prabhupada disappeared, almost the whole movement was struck. Nobody knew how to run the movement further. And Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is the pioneer in how to open a center, what are all the deities which has to be kept, how the altar has to be arranged, how hittar and dittar. Sometimes you see the altars where the altar is hittar and dittar arranged in personal homes. But actually, Guru Maharaj is the one who set the standards, how to open a temple, what mantras has to be chanted for initiation, what mantras, how the Pumsavana has to be handled, like some Dipika and all were telling. The complete standard of ISKCON, whatever you see today, if it has grown this much, it is only due to Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Of course, his younger god brothers were very loving and affectionate, and they followed. And he was the top GBC at that time, and he carried the movement forward in devotional aspects and brought it to this stage. And Mayapur was nothing, it was just a forest. And we have seen before 20-25 years before, and today the great transformation, everything in the movement is brought by Guru Maharaj, where he shouldered the responsibility. Of course, all the god brothers, they supported and they gave shoulders, but they were all younger, a lot younger, young boys. They were all 18, 19, 15, 17. Now who are all very seniors. They were all, it's more than 50 years, right? Srila Prabhupada's thing, like 50 years, almost going to be 50 years. So think is the disciples who are in 50s, or the disciples, Prabhupada disciples who are in the 60s, they are all 10-year-old boy, 15-year-old boys. And Guru Maharaj was thoroughly trained by Srila Prabhupada with so many letters, personal instructions, visit to Mayapur, handing over the world headquarters, Mayapur, to him, the trustworthy disciple. And then Guru Maharaj, till today, every single day he gives class. Every single day, till only when he's admitted in the hospital, where the servants totally prohibit him, he was. And in lockdown, he was totally digitally enabled. And he was giving everyday class. We never felt any corona, this, that, and the standard and people isolating and all this, whatever is the psychological problems the material world people or even some devotees were undergoing. No, none of the people who were in the Zoom were undergoing. They were just in bliss. A very, very blissful experience he gave even the most difficult times. So in this way, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is not ordinary. We are seeing over 20-30 years, and he is consistent and sincere and simple as he is today he was. And as approachable, same. And as devotionally potent, as shastrically perfect, expert spiritual master, expert. The names which he gave, the initiating names which he gives, no confusions. Krishna's name, fame, glory, position. It's completely based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. No deviations from Guru, no deviation from Shastra, even for outreach preaching. No manipulation from the original subject matter and having thousands of disciples and followers, maintaining the chastity. That is what Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is. So he told Acharya Parampara means you have to give as it is. So in the app, if you see Jayapataka Swami app, every day Guru Maharaj, when he's in Mayapur, he used to post. Every day he'll say, today I did Tulsi Parikrama 4 times. So he's setting an example. I put Tilak, I put Gopi Chandan Tilak in 12 places by chanting the mantras. So in this way, inspiring and aspiring all the people to take up the devotional aspects of Krishna consciousness, which is Srimati Radharani's original religion. So as a representative of Srimati Radharani is Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. And if you want to know how Srimati Radharani behaves in the association of devotees, yes, you can see that is Lord Chaitanya. And Guru Maharaj is a very sincere, surrendered servant of Lord Chaitanya and Gauranga. So he always promotes us to follow Lord Chaitanya's instructions, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. He is flooding us with prema. In this way, knowing about Lord Chaitanya, we will know about Krishna. First, we have to approach spiritual master and affectionately serve him. And then hear from him. You understand, don't understand, you hear. And then it will bring transformation. And then we will gradually see things as they are. And scriptures very quickly we'll understand. In no time we'll understand. Scriptures will not be difficult at all. No subject will be difficult. And our sadhana and our standard of devotion will be very top class. So the sincerity and surrender to Guru and great affection to Guru is very, very important. People surrender, people serve with great determination, like jnanis and yogis have jnana and vairagya. So bhakti is a feeling of affection. So the initial affection towards Guru sprouts into the Guru, sows the seed of devotion in our heart due to that. And then it grows into a beautiful creeper, and the creeper will reach Goloka, and then it will yield fruits and flowers, the lotus feet of Krishna. So Bhakti Lata Bij is sowed in the heart of the disciple by the Guru. So this seed has to be very nicely preserved and protected and grown. So we are very, 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 very fortunate to take Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj as our Guru Maharaj. Very rare, very, very rare. I don't know whether it's happened like this in past or whether it will happen in future. Because those who came to him in Zoom in lockdown would have realized how fortunate we are to have such a spiritual master who gives company, who visits our home every day evening. He gave us company. I am there for you. And his hands and legs are there in the wheelchair. And though, see, in material world, we are seeing, otherwise also we are seeing people with proper hands and legs and youngsters. And we don't see giving association or like that much association we are not able to get from pure devotees as much as we get from Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. He was simple, he is simple, and he'll remain simple. And we are seeing throughout, even we traveled with him to even Delhi and then to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, we got indication from him that he won't stay in Vrindavan, but he will come out. This was already conveyed in some way to us. So already we planned for the South India trip, but just because Guru Maharaj went for a day or two, we went with him. And we came back as planned to South India. When you become intimate to Guru Maharaj, confidential subject matters are revealed. So these confidential subject matters are very, very high class. And those who enter into this sincere servant of Guru Gauranga Mahaprabhu will enter into those internal kirtan pastimes which are happening in Srivas Thakur's house. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conduct kirtan within Srivas Thakur's house. He conduct kirtans amongst his other devotees, and he conduct kirtan in public road, and even conducted kirtan for protesting against Chantkasi. So there are many, many levels of Hare Krishna Mahamantra kirtans and the intimacy with the Supreme Lord. And the most intimate people who can dance with the ecstatic mood and see even the dance and dramas of Lord Chaitanya in Chandrasekharacharya's house and Srivas Thakur's house and all that is the ones who are completely surrendered to a spiritual master and sincerely serve the spiritual master without any expectation, pure heart. And the spiritual master should be sincerely servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what is the secret of success. That is what how Prabhupada achieved success. He was having a lot of failures. When he was little deviation, 1 degree, 2 degree into Jhansi event and did this, that. Then he figured out, my Guru Maharaj said that I will do that. So when he did exactly that, then all success was there within. Same way, that Acharya Parampara continues. When we take up the affection for Guru, then Guru will give us not personal instruction immediately. He may give small tasks, which sometime we may be able to achieve, sometime we may not be able to achieve. Then we have to inform him. Then later, when he realizes this disciple is trustworthy, that time only we will get personal instructions. So till then, small task what he is giving, we should try. It's not that I have to complete. The only thing is the trying is our side. Many of you expressed that from our side. Disha said that I just desire that's all. The Guru arranges like that, she told. And a sincere desire, most of you said that the sincere desire to see. And Deepshika said she had a sincere desire that Guru Maharaj, and he, in the road, he stopped the car and he gave thumbs up and blessed and all that. So in this way, all of us are experiencing this, and he's even more approachable. And we should continue to do this. Even when we stay far away, we should be in touch with him by these memories and by prayers. And we can talk to his photo. I have many pastimes of some other devotees, so many thousands of pastimes I can say, how devotees got reciprocation simply in the altar. They prayed for him and immediately it happened for them. So much reciprocation from Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. So in this, I have no limit for speaking already. It's very late. So we can complete here, but evening, there are some devotees who are left out. So in the same session, we are planning to join at 9 o'clock or something in the night, 9 to 10. We are planning to join today. Whoever is left out will join at that time. So if you want to hear more, you can come at that time. Prabhu will also speak at that time. No?
Now we'll do the Mangalacharan and offering of flower. So very wonderful day ahead. Wish you all a blissful Guru Maharaj Avirbhav Tirumala Avirbhav Ceremony. To celebrate Avirbhav Tiri Mahotsav. So we will do a offering of flower to Guru Maharaj after doing a Mangalacharan.
Those who don't have flowers, mentally
you can
offer.
offer. Photo is there shared in front of all of you. You can also have your photo with you there if you have. And if you have physical flower is also okay. Mental flower, mentally offer. If you don't have flower, he likes lotus. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya
Jnananjanashalakaya
Unmilitam Yena
Chakshur
Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha
Tasmai
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Chaitanya Manobhishtam
Sri
चैतन्यमनोभीष्टम्
स्थापितं येन भूतले
स्थापितं
तं येन
भूतले
भूतले
स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं
स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं
ददाति स्वपदन्तिकम्
Dadati
ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्।
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं
वन्दे
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं
श्रीयुतपदकमलं
श्रीयुतापदकमलं
श्रीयुतपदकमलं
गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च
गुरुन्
वैष्णवांश्च
श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं
श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं
सह गणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवम्
सहगण
सह रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम्
साद्वैतं सावधूतं
सावधूतं
परिजनसहितं
परिजनसहितं
कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम्
कृष्ण चैतन्य देव
श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान्
श्रीराधा पदा
सहगणललिता
सहगण
ललिता
श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च
श्री
विशाखान्वितांश्च
नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय
नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय
न पृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्ण
कृष्णपृष्ठाय
भूतले
श्रीमते जयपताक
Srimate
श्रीमते जयपताका
स्वामिन्निति नामिने
Swamin
स्वामिने
नामिने
नमो आचार्यपादाय
Namo
आचार्यपादाय
निताय कृपप्रदायिने
Nitaya
पिताय कृपाप्रदायिने
गौरकथाधामदाय
गौरव
गौरवदामदाय
नगरग्रामतारिणे
नगरग्रामतारिणे
नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय
Namo
नमो
ॐ
विष्णुपादाय
विष्णुपादाय
न पृष्ठाय भूतले
Krishna
कृष्ण
कृष्णाय
प्रेष्ठाय
प्रपृष्ठाय
भूतले
भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
Srimate
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामिन्निति नामिने
स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे
नमस्ते
नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी
गौरवाणी
प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेषशून्यवादे
निर्विशेषशून्यवादी
शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे
नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय
नमः ओम
ॐ विष्णुपादाय
न पृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त
श्रीमते
श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त
सरस्वतीनिति नामिने
सरस्वती
सरस्वतीति नामिने
श्रीवार्षवाणवी देवी
श्री
श्रीवासुभानुवी देवी
दयितया कृपाब्दये
जयकृपालिनी
कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञान
कृष्ण संबंध
कृष्णसम्बन्ध विज्ञान
दायिने प्रभवे नमः
दायी
दायिने नमः
माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमोद्य
माधुर्य
श्रीरूपाणुगभक्तिदा
श्री रूपा मुख भक्तिदा
श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति
श्री
करुणा शक्ति
विग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी
नमस्ते गौरवाणी
वाणी
श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे
श्रीमूर्त
रूपाणुगविरुद्धापसिद्धान्त
रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत
स्वान्तहारिणे
द्वांतहारिणे
नमो गौरकिशोराय
नमो गौरवाय
साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्बोधे
विप्रलम्बरम्भो
पदाम्बुजाय ते नमः
पदाम्बुजायते
नमः
नमो भक्तिविनोदाय
नमो भक्ति
सच्चिदानंद नामिने
सच्चिदानन्दनामिने
Amen.
गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय
गौरस्वरूपाय
अनुयवरायते
रूपानुगवरायते
गौरविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं
गौरविभवस्वं
निर्देष्टसज्जन प्रिय
निर्देष्टसत्त्वप्रिय
Priya
वैष्णव सार्वभौम
Vaishnava Sarvabhauma
श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः
श्रीजगन्नाथ
Jagannathayate Namaha
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
Vanchakalpatarubyascha Kripa Sindhu
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
पतितानां पावने
Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha
नमो महावतान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते
Namo
नमोऽनन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः
कृष्ण
Nam
चैतन्य नामिने
Chaitanya Namini Gaurakrishna Namaha
हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते
श्री कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु
बन्धु
जगत
जगत्पते
गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमोस्तुते
गोपेश
गोपिका
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 Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate
तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी
तप्त कांचन
काञ्चन
गौरांगी
गौरा राधे वृन्देश्वरी
वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये
वृषभानुसुते देवी नमामि
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
जय
जय
श्री
श्री
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य प्रभु
चैतन्य
नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurav
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
राम राम हरे
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 नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
नमो
कृष्णाय
कृष्णाय भूतले
हरे
श्रीमते जय पताक स्वामी निति नामिने
श्रीमद्
श्रीमद्
नाम
नमो आचार्य पादाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने
नमो
नमोचार्य
पादाय
पादाय
निताय कृपाप्रदायिने
गौर कथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे
गौर
गौर
कथा धामदाय
Nagar
नगरतारिणे
Gram Karine
देश पुष्पांजलि ऑफ योर
देश
फ्लावर टू द लोटस फीट ऑफ गुरु महाराज श्रील जयपता स्वामी गुरवे नमः ऑफर
जय
ऑफ सेंसेस
नमः
3 times we have to do नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
नमो
विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय
भूतले
भूतले
श्रीमते जय पताक स्वामी निति नामिने
श्रीमती
श्रीमते
जय
पताका
पताका
स्वामी
स्वामी
नित्यानंद
नामे
नमो आचार्य पादाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने
नमाचार्य पादाय
गौर कथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे
गौर कथा धामदाय रामतारिणे
केश पुष्पांजलि
देश
ईश
पुष्पांजलि
पुष्पांजलि
offer flowers to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. Srila Jayapata Swami Guru Maharaj, Sri Jayapata Swami Gurave Namaha.
जय पताका
श्री जय
स्वामी
पताका स्वामी श्री जय पताका स्वामी गुरवे नमः
नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
नमो
नमः विष्णु
पादाय
पादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामी निति नामिने
श्रीमती जय पताका स्वामी नीति नामिने
नमो आचार्य पादाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने
नमो
नमाचार्य
आचार्य
पादाय
पादाय निताय
प्रदाय
कृपाप्रदायिने
गौर कथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे
गौर
गौर
कथा धामदाय नगर
नामदाय
ग्राम तारिणे
नगरग्रामतारिणे
पुष्पांजलि
एष पुष्पांजलि
offer the flower to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. Srila Jayapata Swami Gurave Namaha.
श्री
Offer
जय पताका स्वामी गुरवे नमः
very bol. Thank you very much. So Srila Jayapata Swami Guru Maharaj. Vyasa Puja ki jai.
जय
Thank you very much. So we will resume again at 9 o'clock today night. For those who have not offered, can offer. Hari bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.